for just setting stuff up. Granted, that's going to change a little bit because they do have the Cypher and the Sova for information, so they can react even faster if they can spot stuff out with their camera, with the tripwires, as well as the recon darts. But more so than not, it's going to be Empire to try to utilize this composition of theirs just to overflow into the site. Basically, they're going to go like a tsunami and just charge right in. That is going to be the catch-up right here, but the Spencer just holds off and gets that information, telling them it's going to be the sure A site. Humi comes out from shower, once again, like a smoke criminal, and now it's going to be the retake with the Spencer again starting stuff off for the BREN team.
Is this finally the moment that BREN will win a pistol? And it looks like it is going to be. They have been losing pistols all day long. This is a statistic that I have wanted to mention, and I even said it in chat earlier. Empire has just won all of their pistol rounds today. BREN hasn't won a single one. This is the first time they're doing it, and this is a good sign for them coming into buying.
Yeah, definitely. They just waited a little bit. I think one of the things that they were kind of weirded out about is that he got still caught by the tripwire. I'm talking about Stiletto. Even when he did that satchel play, he got like besmirched a little bit. And then everybody else from the Empire kind of just waited for somebody to peek out in U-Haul. And that little bit of lag time in terms of position, in terms of timing, I think was crucial enough that BREN was able to rotate quickly and just challenge Empire, and Empire could not play for that post plan. Granted, also that Humi was playing on the showers, but that smidge of time definitely did cost, I think, Empire a good post-plan timing, good post-plan positioning.
Yeah, that was a really good clean round for BREN Esports on that pistol. See if they can capitalize on it. Doesn't look like there's going to be a force buy on the side of Empire. They are still maintaining their composure, which is definitely something that I'm honestly quite looking forward to. Let's see. Just a little bit of a default here. No one getting a little bit too crazy. Just straight up defaults, information place, and they're going to make their way towards hookah here.
I just wanted to point this out as well. We are playing a best of 5, not a best of 3 anymore. Dubstep getting 2. But just to finish off my thought process there, guys, this is a battle of attrition. Whoever has the more stamina will be just disgusting. Okay, Nexi spotting out the Spencer, chasing him to the teleporter, shutting him down. But they gotta be also careful that Borkum is hiding underneath the hookah, and he's just gonna be able to supplement the defense, stop them from coming outside, stopping them from waterfalling onto the side, and even having a chance to plant down that spike. 2 straight rounds for BREN here, and Empire finally get their first buy round.
Yeah, that is the first round that, well, the first buy round, they win their first buy round, but this is going to be the first real gun round, technically, as Empire Esports are lagging a little bit behind in terms of the scoreline. It's nothing too bad just yet. It's still a 2-0. But if they let this slip away from them, if they let the momentum sort of get to BREN, BREN is so excellent at playing ahead. When they're ahead, they know how to steamroll, they know how to stomp. So this is something that Empire really need to watch out for here. Fortunately, they start the round off with a pick onto Jesse Vash, so that's their information gatherer that they actually have taken out at the very beginning of the round.
Dubstep also finding one as well onto Stiletto. That's going to be the 1-for-1 trade with both players actually pretty low and no healers in sight. So it's going to be a 3.5 here, boys. 3.5 men. And let's see where they're going to try to rotate around. Bat Ghost getting control outside of shower. He has full utility, so he can try to flush things out. He does not want to lose his life because that will definitely hinder the attacking power of Empire here, because they definitely need that information, because they have to know which corners of the A side BREN is playing around, utilizing that Sova drone just to make sure that something, or they're going to be able to clear those corners, like I said, but nothing just yet. Humi also using the molly to stop them in their tracks as they push up.
Yeah, and that's going to be a nice flash, and honestly, that was a good fault line to slow down that push here from EMP. Let's see if Empire can go for it this time, though. Flash will allow them to get a little bit closer onto the side, but will they expect 2 players near the bathrooms area? Doesn't look like it. The Steam Beacon will come out just to be able to, boost his firepower a little bit longer, but it's actually going to be a fake. They're heading towards B, where there will be 2 players from BREN still waiting right there, but they do take a quick trade. There's still 1 more player on site as Silver gets the kill onto Humi right here. Dispenser caught in a little bit of a firefight as he does make his way towards B. Dubstep has gotten another sneaky kill. They still haven't found him right now. He's in a load of trouble as 8 seconds left. They have to plant the spike, and it's a good round here. Dubstep looking to get that kill, and he's going to deny the spike plant and actually get the win for his team. That's what happens when you don't clear the side.
That was crucial, though. Not the B side, but the A side, rather. Silver, he had basically 2 opponents in a silver platter, but still not able to kill both. Granted, they were kind of going through triple box as well as the truck, but I mean, if he wasn't able to hit that shot, it definitely would have costed his teammates that were already rotating to B, because they have to worry about people rotating from the spawn. Aside from that, like you said, they weren't able to clear out the site because Dubstep just knows how to move using that satchel charge rather than to play the aggressive flights play. It's also about just to reposition and just, you know, take a little bit of a breather and still pose a threat outside on Garden.
Yeah, that's the opening frag yet again, and BREN start off the round strong. That's 2 quick peaks for them that they have managed to secure at the very beginning. 3 to 5 right now, 2-man advantage for the side of BREN. And on this round, I think it's fairly safe to say that BREN have won it. It's a matter of how expensive can Empire make this round.
BREN, okay, they're just going to be holding stuff off. I do like how they're reading this pretty dang well if you look at it, because they do have Humi set it up already with the Molly. Imagine if somebody was on the right there. He's not going to be able to escape at all. Fault line, Aftershock, Molotov. You're just going to be swarming in a lot of heat, a lot of meat. And Empire with 3 members remaining and not a lot of firepower. They're going to have to just play this maybe with just the rush, and oof, that one-way smoke not going to even make their chances even better.
Yeah,
Any better.
Some information being gathered here towards mid, but Bat Ghost actually goes down. That's the spike dropped in the middle of nowhere in no man's land. Humi spots a shoulder, doesn't want to commit to that fight. Nexi is going to be the one who goes down instead, and it's a perfect round yet again for BREN Esports. This is exactly what they need to build up their economy. They know what they need to do. And this is what I like about BREN, honestly, and sure, people can say that it's a little bit, boring. I don't want to say the word. But one reason why it makes this so good is because they're one of the few teams who can keep their eco rounds so clean that they don't risk losing the rounds after this. Like, their anti-ecos are so finesse that they do not run a risk of going into eco prematurely.
That's true. I think rather than calling it boring, we could probably call it they just have their fundamentals straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Because that's what you want to do with an anti-eco is you have the better guns. You're not supposed to lose that technically. And BREN just knows how to do stuff like that. Dubstep, okay, they know where he was. He was in his stomping grounds right there on Market. He's going to be charging up here right now into the back. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a damn in the world. And he's just going to be able to try to play this pinch. And everybody from Empire just goes in and pulls the trigger on the B side. It's working well, but Dispenser is here. 4K, okay, Dispenser.
4 kills for him, looking for the ace. 1 person left standing. It's Silver. He doesn't get it. Dubstep to win in the end. And that's going to be the last kill of the round. Dispenser almost getting the ace right there. We missed a lot of the action, but we definitely picked up that very last kill as Humi now has his ultimate ready. But I do want to point out, Silver hasn't been having the best of games. It's actually Nexi who's really been stepping up. Drexy's a little bit more quiet as well than he normally is.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's something going on with Stiletto as well. In the previous game, he was just sitting all right towards the middle of the scoreboard, even as Cypher. And at the very start of the round, I feel like we have to find a way on the side of Empire Esports to make these guys shine a little bit more, because they have been getting shut down time and time again by the players of BREN.
They could be feeling the fatigue here, Illustrato, because again, this is the best of 5. This is a battle of perseverance, a battle of stamina. BREN has been in this situation countless times already. I'm not sure about Empire on the other hand. We know they're former Agent Empires. We know that they've been playing a lot of tournaments, a lot of grand finals, but it's just a different thing when you're up against someone the same caliber as BREN, and their movements seemed a little bit fatigued here. Let's start a little bit fatigued.
And now they're going to try to go on towards this A side, but they haven't even secured control of bathrooms. They have to know that they're a little bit vulnerable here. Stiletto going down to Dubstep yet again. Pulls out the paint shell at the wrong time. Bat Ghost actually does get the trade in the end, and now they're finally going to put up in person towards bathrooms on this A take. It has slowed down a significant amount though, as Humi looking to get a kill. Nice 180 turnaround onto Nexi. He finds that kill, still applying pressure onto the attackers, and so the pressure will force them away towards that beat, towards that teleporter. They're going to be heading there right now. They're going to be leaving one player, and that's Silver, towards that area.
You don't even know that Vash is here. 1 drops down, but Vash is too quick on the case. And that's why it does not work, rotating quickly to B when you're at the numbers disadvantage, because there's always going to be that one person just staying on the site. He got shot, and Jesse Vash was there for the awe.
Damn. Just rather unfortunate. You eat a shock dart to the face, and then you just drop to your doom. That's pretty much the story she wrote here. 6-0 Empire Esports. You know, if there's any time to call a tactical timeout, it would be now.
Yeah,
like
100%.
they need to call a timeout. They need to compose themselves. They need to stop BREN from stomping them, because BREN is right now. This is a far cry from what we've seen for Empire for the first 2 games. The first 2 games they were amazing, but yeah, it seems right now that it's gotten into the head of Empire.
It feels like everything that Empire has done for the past couple of rounds have been, for the lack of a better term, forced. Like, they're just trying to go aggressive as can be, and it's not really netting anything. You know what? If you're going to try to go for the supply swatter, if you're going to have somebody try to do stuff like that, it's the Spencer who can always do the deed, always do the damage, and Humi as well has been fantastic at holding these baths. Like, he has been taking baths so many times that he is squeaky clean.
Yeah. Well, just it's an eco round anyway, so they know that their odds of winning this were a little bit slim. But I really feel like doing significant economic damage is very, very important on these eco rounds. For a lot of the teams, this is something that they don't realize. And I'm not saying Empire doesn't know this, but I'm sure they do. But one thing that you need to realize when you're playing on Valorant on an equal round, your goal isn't to win the round. Your goal is to make it expensive, to break the economy as soon as possible of whoever you're going up against, so that you have a better arsenal coming into the upcoming rounds. So if you can get 1, 2, 3 kills, or even the spike, plant, or defuse, that's going to be a big deal towards your team. And I think if a lot of teams realize that more, we'd have a healthier mentality towards going into eco rounds.
Now, any rounds, however eco, buy, or whatever happens, 0 for Empire. They haven't had any luck whatsoever. They've tried multiple things already, but nothing has really done them any favors whatsoever. Dubstep's going to try to go around the corner here, and he survives. One is going to be challenging Humi once again, playing around that Bats area. Will Nexi be able to finally shut him down? I'm not sure what happened there. Bad Ghost does spot out Humi here, but that is a step in the right direction. Maybe a rotation to A. Nexi still lurking somewhere on B long. He doesn't have the bomb, but that opens up the possibility of more entry points, more opportunities for Empire to take any of the site that they want.
Yeah, and that ultimate is going to give them that information that they need. I do want to point out Stiletto has not been getting any luck here. He's been shot down and shocked down by recon bolts, and just everything has been going the enemy team's way. He just can't catch a break. I don't think he's gotten a kill yet, if I'm not mistaken. I think he has 1 kill this game, or maybe 2.
Yeah. This is definitely something that I think Empire have to try to break. I mean, obviously, Asarai, but 7-0 already, and they need to find an entry point. Look at this crossfire they're going to be popping out. Nexi has to peek out the 1 already. The thing about it is, yeah, here it is, the party rocker. It is going to be the Brim ult. 1 peeking as well from the elbow side. Nexi has a challenge, but Dubstep immediately backs away, knows he has a 2 versus 1 scenario here. He has some time. They find his body. He was out in that pixel peak angle, and Dubstep would happily oblige to punish him for that positioning, and BREN deny any form of clutch. 8-0 in their advantage.
I think this is really where a team like BREN starts to shine. When it's a best of 5 and it's late into the game, they just won 2 in a row, and the enemy, they're wearing them down. When a team is so experienced like the team of BREN, one of the biggest advantages that they have isn't how good they aim. It's actually how strong they are mentally. Yeah. It's how good they hold on to that momentum. It's how good they hold on to that mindset that we are going to win this game. Because a lot of teams get tired. And I really feel like Empire Esports, they're showing signs of fatigue right now. They're making a few questionable decisions. I feel like it might have gotten to them, that they have gotten so close to beating BREN, but let it slip away from them like twice.
They're still doing what they can. They are able to get the short control if they would. Borgham's going to be coming from the other side here. The pinch play with Humi as well, who is playing the Bats connection. If they can get Borgham here, maybe they can rotate onto the B side. But you can see BREN is closing in from every single angle. There's Dubstep on market. There is more coming in from the pinch here, and they gotta be careful. The Spencer does have an operator, tries to pick up the rifle here, but that was just wishful thinking coming in from him, and Nexi steps up onto the plate. Jesse Bash, though, misses the shot, but here comes the recon, and Humi on the close encounter.
Yeah, they're close. They might not expect Humi here. Oh, he gets spotted out. Stiletto sees him and picks up the kill onto Humi, getting the first round onto Empire Esports' side. It's taken them 9 rounds, but they finally pick up 1. And Empire, this could be the start. You know, if it's gonna be anything, it's got to be a round like that builds up their confidence yet again, starts to snowball them. They just need some momentum shift. I swear, they need to call a timeout, something, anything to get some momentum, some wind in their sails. Because at the moment, a clutch like that, a round like that, it's good, but they need a little bit more.
Well, they hold themselves. It was an island where they were positioned. That was only short that they were playing in. Everybody else from BREN is circling like a bunch of sharks on a maroon island, but it seems like Empire was able to stand and survive. Nexi is getting flashed out of his brains, and he's getting peeked out down to 69 HP, wink wink, and it's going to be still the survival for Nexi there. BREN is going to be challenging. They want to keep these angles. They want to hold Empire to their own side of the map, and Empire just forfeit that B control and immediately look to the A side for hope once again.
Yeah, they are once again trying A, and this might actually be the best read that they have right now, but thing is, BREN, they're playing retake on A because they do have that orbital strike. Next he goes down. That's going to be Fumi getting, oh my god, almost gets him in the air right there. Stiletto almost drops, and he's going to be dropping. No one's looking his way. Dispenser almost finding 3. He finds 3 kills right there. Unable to find a 4th, but Bat Ghost trades him out. And that's 2 players left standing on the Empire Esports side. Fumi, what can you do? He almost finds a second adjustment. Flicks to the right, but Silver gets the better of him. 1v3 right now, and it's Silver against BREN. He's done crazy things before, but against BREN, what can he really do?
Finds one on Heaven. He has to find Dubstep, who is on the ground. This is very risky. He's going to play through his Blaze Wall for a little bit of that opportunity, but he is getting flushed out, and that nade doesn't do him any favors. 3 versus 1, like you said, Illustrato, 14 seconds on that timer, and he got no chance in this one. 6 bullets in the chamber. Peeks out, does not spot anybody, but he has to run or save, and I don't think he's going to be able to do both.
He's going to do neither, I feel like. It's going to be a matter of time before they triple peek him. Silver gets 1. And he does manage to save. Actually, sorry, scratch that. Should have never doubted you, Silver. Oh, that was dangerous for a second. 21 HP. He still survives. 9-1. And this is looking bad. It's an economic reset for the team of Empire. They don't have really much left on in the tank right here, or in the bank at all. Like, look, they have 2 Vandals and like a Judge, and what else? Nothing. A Sheriff.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. The pace definitely has slowed for the Empire team. Dax was saying this a while ago. They have to build their Empire strong. It seems like they are losing this one. Maybe they're one of those that can maybe net the comeback here, but it's very risky. And Fumi once again will try to challenge, but here comes Bat Ghost again using that sonar location of his just to be able to challenge. And he opens up Silver as well, formerly known as Version. Keep the dream alive. It's 9-1, yes, but the numbers now favoring Empire in this 11th round.
Well, BREN Esports, they're very much known to be able to play from behind as well as in front, so they can do all of it right now. I would feel confident if Empire found at least one more pick to maybe close out this round here. Question is, will they be able to as they make their way towards B? The spike's still a little bit of a ways away, so they're going to be trying to control the site here. Nexi, nice pickup right there onto Jesse Vash, and he's gonna be using his ultimate just to get a little bit more information. Dispenser expecting the player up close. He wins the duel, leaving 2 HP on himself, but it's still a 2v3. This is still possible for them.
Spike planted.
It's going to be possible, but they don't have the utility to make it that possible. We're down to like both of a Cypher as well as a Breach. Not really the best that you can try to use for that one, especially when Cypher has like 2 HP. And down to Borkum we go. Again, he can make magic, but with this, with the crossfire setup as well as the Cypher camera for free information and no damage taken, it's going to be very difficult. And he got tagged as well, so that's something to also note. This should go into Empire unless they royally screw this up, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I really don't think so here. Borkum has Vandal in a dream, and Silver will crush those dreams and throw him in the trash can and say, sorry, next time, maybe you should have went to art school. Nope, and it is 9-2 right now. They have at least picked up another round here, and the most important thing is they get this very last round, okay? They need the 9-3 if they want a chance at winning this at all.
I mean, this is Empire struggling on the attacking side. More so than not, we in the Filipino region, especially with other games that has been compared to Valorant, that has been modeled because that was modeled for Valorant. knows that Filipinos are better on the defending side. I think everybody's just better on the defending side, right?
Yeah.
And we've seen Empire do fantastic things, especially with Silver, coming outside of Hookah when he's on the defending side. So maybe coming into that next one is going to be something to look forward to. But they need this other round.
Yeah, there's at least one early pick right now for Empire. This is good for them. Some utility will be deployed just to be able to force him back. Nexi gonna get that kill onto Jesse Vash, though. Dispenser looking to take it back, but nice shot from Draxi trying to open up the side. Humi has snuck in, though. They won't expect him, and Humi gets one, doesn't get another. And that's gonna be the 9-3 final score for the half. And Empire are biting back, and they're making this interesting. This is a good start for them. If they can win the pistol right now, and I'd say there's a fairly good chance, they can maybe make a comeback into this game.
We were talking about how it looked like, Empire was a little bit fatigued, but they still calmed down a little bit. Even without the tactical pause, they were able to know, they were able to decipher that they had to just utilize a little bit of their utility to claim that B side ever so slowly. Silver activating his ultimate there, able to get that information that they needed in the back of site without really risking the lives of Empire, and they just came in and they were able to reign and win. Now, that does give it a 9-3. We've shifted up the sides here, and maybe this pistol will go to the side of Empire, because what we said, that every single round aside from the first pistol of this game has been always a loss for BREN.
Oh, that's going to be the pain shell forcing them back. No, he's unable to use it, actually. And that's just going to be some map control exchange here. Decide to hold on to that utility a little bit longer, which might have been actually the best play for now. And BREN ESPORTS, they're going to be making their way pipelining towards the middle area. There's going to be two players on the receiving end of this. That's going to be the straight up hit now onto A. Will they expect all the resistance? Answer is no. Dubstep actually goes down to Draxi with that frenzy, but it's going to be traded out right there by Dispenser. They've held their place right there, and it's a good Molotov to slow down the pace of the attack, but they haven't broken through. The spike has not gone down yet. It should any minute right now. A little bit of hesitation prevents them from doing so. Stiletto just holding, waiting for the right time to use this paint shell. Hasn't been giving the signal yet because the flank is already in full effect right now. Silver as well as Bad Ghost on the return here. On the flank, they actually get the pickups right there onto Borkum. Borkum gets that trade on the fadeaway for Silver.
Now it's going up to be to Stiletto to try to counter Jesse Vash with that big flank coming into A Heaven, and he does. That was fantastic from Empire here. One of the players that we have to put into the spotlight there definitely was Nexi. Yes, he didn't get a lot of kills, but his defense, his hold on the U-Haul area was paramount, because I keep telling this to everybody in the chat that if you get control of that U-Haul as the attackers, you basically get the back of a site. And when they couldn't, that was BREN already on the site, but not really with a lot of map control. Also allowing Draxi on Pocket to make the damage work out, and they were able to dissect BREN as they come into the site. Works into the favor of Empire, because now 9-4, if you think about it, if they have another round that's 9-5, and that big lead becomes even more bearable, even more digestible for the Empire team.
You know, honestly, big props to, no matter how this game goes, this best of 3 series, they could have actually won it. The scoreline 9-4, it's pretty good on them. Draxi holding close. He almost gets the double, but he manages to pick one up right there. And a nice paint shell for Stiletto, giving him a little bit of confidence. And a knife kill onto Dispenser. Silver gets the knife, and that's a very, very big deal. I want to see a replay of how that happened, if that's at all possible. But 9-5 right here, and BREN, they've lost the pistol yet again, and so Empire will capitalize on that mistake, giving only a 4-round advantage to themselves.
9-5, but this is the first rifle buy for BREN on the second half. Something, again, to point out, you got a lot more firepower, you got a lot more just ability to push onto the sites here, and BREN having the composition that they have, Empire's got to be careful, because if they try to go for a solo hookah player here and he gets flashed out and he gets pushed in, that basically deters everybody else. Silver is just going to go aggressive. This is 3 people already onto the corner, and he's going to be able to line it up with the 2. Okay, that's going to be a good enough change, a good enough trade, but BREN still has the numbers advantage. But Spencer, oh my goodness, pushes through the smoke, but Draxi was ready.
And I think they spotted both players right there. So that just means the full rotation towards B is an inevitability right now. And XD, He's going to get a little bit closer, but decides not to push all the way right now. That boombot is going to buy them a little bit of time. But Spike now going down towards B site means that the retake is on. And they're a little bit far removed from the situation, though I do think this retake is very much possible. There is a Molotov, and there is a little bit of an advantage in terms of the HP for Empire. So if they can get a quick kill right now onto either one of the BREN Esports players, this retake is very, very, very likely.
Now, Spike has been planted. Both of Empire is going to be coming from the outer side of B hookah as well as B long. Jesse Bash knows that somebody's going to be playing on that corner. He's going to get flambéed a little bit, but it's a 2 versus 1. And Draxi, can he step up to the plate? Not going to happen as Dubstep claims the 4K.
No way. That's just ridiculous. He's 9 HP and he's still alive. That's just, these are the rounds that I mean. This is what we were talking about like earlier. Like, there's no way they should be winning these rounds. Dubstep has no business winning a round like that, getting 4K, in which is a really ridiculous position, but he does anyway. You know, I think one of the things that makes a really top team is, you know, when they can make a round like that, just win rounds they should have no business winning, that's something special. And when we start to see that from teams like Empire Esports, then we start to see that there is going to be another contender for top in the country. But for now, BREN is really dominating.
Yeah, because again, if you're in that position when you're Draxi 2 versus 1, right? Jesse Bash also picked out his recon dart, and what that means is that BREN knows the positioning of Draxi, but Draxi doesn't know the positioning of BREN. Peeking out from hookah, pushing out from hookah like that just to try to challenge the Spike defuse, right? Is all to his disadvantage because he doesn't really have the opportunity to try to play the position because they know his position, and that just, you know, just stacks difficulty upon difficulty on Draxi. And when you're up against Dubstep and Jesse Bash, that's something that just does not work out for you.
Indeed. I do like this round from Empire, though, because look how far back they're playing. They're so passive, and they're rotating towards B where there's already a 3-man stack, so it's a pretty good idea on the part of Empire Esports. This might be a good hold from them, and look at all the information they've gotten with that Cypher. So Nexi actually found himself all the way there. Bad goes close range, gets the first kill, finds a second, looking for a third maybe. Now when they decide to fall back, good hold onto this B long area. He's ready for any more, and that's gonna be Bad Ghost with a beautiful hold, triple kill for him, and what a way to liven things up right there for Empire Esports.
Signs of breath, signs of life once again. It's not over till it's over, playa. And it seems like Bad Ghost, he doesn't really pop off from time to time, but when he does, he's able to do stuff like that. I like that he was boosted up on top of Garden there, because you saw the positioning of the crosshairs for BREN. They were all at head level if you were not boosted up. So that little bit of boost gave Bad Ghost a slight advantage because BREN had to readjust their aim and say, he's boosted up a little bit. You can't get the headshot if you peek out that normal angle, and it seems Bad Ghost was able to capitalize. Good job from him, and now 10-6, Empire still are alive, but BREN Esports already looking at 3 more rounds to win this game. They win the series, Illustrado.
Yeah, they might have a chance here, but that Hunter's Fury is going to miss the mark right now, but Silver is looking to deny the map presence, the pressure from mid. Still a recon dart available for Bat Ghost, so he might decide to use it. Just to get some more information for now towards mid. As a nice shot from long range coming up right here. They're able to clean things up. Bat Ghost and Silver with a duo. Now Nexi, they know where he is as well. Oh, swinging sideways, and Humi with a beautiful Sheriff shot. Draxi picks things up and puts them in the right place, but they've already lost a lot of players.
That's going to be the Bulldog here for Jesse Vash. If he tries to plant this, one is already lurking around Yuhol. Nay backs away. And he's playing the fake game here. He's not planting just yet. He has 50 seconds on that timer, and he is waiting. He knows that he has that opportunity to fake something. If they heard that, oh, I'm curious. Did they hear him actually throw it out on B?
Yeah, I think so.
And they're rotating, but they're not going to get faked out. And Stiletto, he held his angle and is like, Bash, I know what you're doing, and you're not going to bamboozle me.
Yeah, you know what I think at the very end, 10-7 the scoreline. 3 rounds away. These games have been so close in the first 2, and including this one. This just means one thing. BREN has started... BREN probably, they've never really considered Empire all that much up until this point. But right now, they're looking at these guys like serious competitors, and for very good reason. This is the first time that Empire Esports has that anyone has defeated BREN Esports at anything. And they're really starting to shake things up. I can only imagine how good they'll be in a few months with a lot of time, you know? But towards B is where they will go. Jesse Vash, a They'll be forced off the angle a little bit with that paint shell coming up right there. But towards B they go. Flash now coming in. Dispenser looking to open things up. He's in the front, leading the charge. And he's going to get that trade. No, it's Silver to prevail in the end. It's going to be the run it back right now. And Silver gets 3 kills from site, anchoring the site and his team. But Jesse Vash right now turning things around. But Silver has 4 kills. Looking for the ace. Can he get that? He runs out of his run it back. And still, he's making his way towards the mid right now, retreating Jesse Vash. And this is more or less around here for Empire Esports, unless they can, sprinkle some of that BREN Esports magic yet again.
Did you guys know Vash posted, I think earlier today or was that yesterday, that he is Radiant 69? Yes, his rank is 69, legit. Let's see if he's going to be able to use that ranking of his, that ability of his to get high up into the leaderboards.
Wow.
Get that 1v3. And I'm pretty delayed to say it, but he's not able to make that happen. And honestly, that was actually a pretty out-of-sync play coming out from BREN. Charging up like that way too quickly without the ultimate doing much damage into the back of site definitely did just did not work out in their favor. And I think production did say into my ear, he is ranked 55 already, so
55,
sad.
okay.
But still, he's getting higher and higher into, into the leaderboards.
I think it's kind of like golf, though. The higher you score, the better, right? No.
No.
Oh, wait, that's not how you play golf. No, I
don't know how to play golf, man. I'm not cultured enough.
I suck at that. Anyway, Draxi now holding A. He does have the orbital strike, will be forced out of his position. And he might be taken down anytime soon. He gets spotted. Going to get spammed away. He's going to be defended by Silver. Good backup onto his team. Well placed. Good coordination right now for Empire on their defense. Draxi yet again will be forced to fall back right now. Still has to fall back because he wants to use that orbital strike. And now it's time to go down right here. And I think they're going to get that kill onto Jesse Vash. No, he somehow is still alive. The orbital strike is just a little bit off axis.
Well, he used the Ben 10, man. He went for the Omnitrix and it popped out, forces them back away, but still the plant will reign true. Dubstep has the bucket range, and this is looking pretty damn risky because everybody else from BREN is doing that 2-for on U-Haul here. Nexi able to deal with the 1, but there's still 1. Dubstep there, Borkum coming out. There's nothing to flash away, but the Molly!
Oh.
I was just about to say, where is Humi? And there's the Molly.
Yeah, that's the Molly coming out, and this is most likely going to be a BREN round unless they can pull out some magic. Dubstep finding all the luck with that Bucky! And these are the rounds they have no business winning. Yet again, Dubstep with a Bucky. What?
He was at U-Haul, so the Bucky, at every single angle, at the farthest angle that you have in U-Haul, the right click just hits at the perfect range that it actually one-shots you if you're a good enough aim. And Dubstep obviously is a good enough aim. That's why he's the sniper player. And in a sense, Bucky is kind of like...
It's broken.
Yeah, it's like a sniper at mid-range. It's ridiculous. Like chat might actually flare up on me, but that's how I kind of view it, and it's ridiculous. And Riot has to try to do something about it because it's range, like you said, it's just unfair.
Chat. Asarai says that the Bucky is a sniper. Quote him on this.
Mid-range. Mid-range, okay?
All right. This is why you suck at opping, bro. I'm just kidding.
I'm a right player anyways, man. It's fine.
Yeah, fair enough, but Draxi, he's in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to get pushed out yet again, and Dubstep finds the opening kill onto Draxi. Once more, he will control you. Stiletto will get the kill onto Dubstep in response. Throws out the paint shell to be able to clear a little bit more in terms of angles, but look at where they found each other. Dispenser just getting the timing onto Silver, and that's a very, very important kill to find right now. He also gives up the ultimate to that Cypher. See what they can do on the back of that play right now. A lot of information for BREN. What can they do with it? And the spike is going to go down towards A.
They immediately know that nobody is playing that U-Haul area. The triple smoke just to get that plant down! Nexi, how does he find those? Where was he even looking? Was the spherical smoke not enough to block the vision of Nexi? I think yes, and now from a 4 versus 3, a 3 versus 2. But Humi, once again, they have to chase this man down because he got the lineups. And now it is looking dire straits. There's the flames on the spike, and Nexi opens stuff up, but his teammates could not follow through. I don't think there's going to be a chance here, but maybe, just maybe, he can.
No, never mind. Strike. That's going to be it. Although, it's a nice attempt, a nice couple of shots there by Nexi. Very sexy indeed. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to close out the round for him. I feel like they overcommitted to the peak and mid. If I'm going to say Empire, they could have just covered the spike diffuser, and then that would have been enough, I think. But
no, because like Molly plus Orbital, so they had to chase.
They had to find the brim. You're right. They had to find the brim, and they overcommitted to it.
Yeah.
Damn.
So they really had to, because again, they were pressed for time. Yeah, granted, Nexi got 2 amazing kills on A Heaven, but the positioning, the distance of every single member of Empire was far away, and they had to still run up and clear out the angles going up to the spike. When they knew where BREN was, there wasn't really enough time for them to play, you know, to play a little bit of the Nancy Pansy and try to just slow peek, slow retake. They can't. They had to go for that quick retake unless they wanted Wumi to do the brim unfair plays once again. I mean, it's a play, it works, but it's just ridiculously difficult to try to counter. And let's see if he's going to be able to dodge this one out as the Hunter's Fury comes and gets a kill onto Silver, the big fragger, but Stiletto steps up with the kill on Dubstep.
That's a hard kill to find. That's an important double kill for Stiletto right there. He's going to be pushed off the angle. No, he's going to stay put. His location is compromised, though. Any peek he does is very, very dangerous. The shock darts are getting very close to landing to him right now. And Stiletto almost gets that shot. Jesse Vash gets it instead, and it's still a 3v3 doable comeback right now for Empire Esports. They've done well to come back this far, and I think it's still very much in the books that they can take this 12-9, excuse me.
Where's the spike, actually? They can pick it up on Hookah if they wanted to, and Bad goes once again. Okay, signs of life on the man himself. Next, he knows one is here. He doesn't miss those. He doesn't lose those, but Dispenser is here to step up onto the plate, leaving it all to Draxi, the man, a hope, a dream. He spots out the one, but notice that Spencer is onto the site in the 1v1. He spots him, but not gonna be able to do it. The 3K onto the Lurker, and that is gonna be it. GG for the Grand Finals.
That is gonna be it, ladies and gentlemen. BREN Esports are, without a shadow of a doubt, in a 3-0 spectacular fashion, gonna be the champions.